When I'm making my pieces, I'm always making them about things that are, on my mind. So it's usually kind of like me going through my internal monologue, just like things that I'm thinking about, and laying them down on canvas. And when I'm testing or like just challenging beauty standards, it usually comes from a place of me thinking about it and thinking about how I myself can unlearn things and also learn other things. The diaspora is so vast and we all have our own, individual cultures, but definitely our struggle against dominant beauty standards because, we all suffer under a larger bubble of white supremacy. So the beauty standards that we push back against are pretty much the same across the board. And one thing that's really shared culturally across the board is our hair and our hair care and hairstyles and the legacy of that. As a Black person, I at my skin tone don't experience colorism in the same way a darker skinned Black woman would. Like the texture of my hair, I don't experience texturism the way that women with coily 4C hair would. So a lot of times it's me really thinking about how other Black people have to push back against beauty standards and really what their struggle is. And then in addition to that, like what I go through as a Black person and how I push back against these standards. Always thinking about that and wanting to convey a sense that what we are is enough. Whether it's us challenging beauty standards of like dominant beauty standards that are based in Eurocentric beauty ideals, or if it's our intra-community beauty standards, whether it be challenging the idea that to be neat, to be clean, to be presentable is having your edges slicked back or having straight hair. So like really the overall message is that, we're beautiful and important and worthy no matter how we choose to present ourselves, and that we should have the option to not have to always care so much about the way we present ourselves and just simply be.
Mm-hmm. And if you are a dark-skinned Black woman and you're not seeing yourself presented in the world.
Right. And especially not, I wouldn't say that there's no representation at all, but there's not the variety that we want, We can be any type of Black person, but I feel like we're all pigeonholed into, one specific role or stereotype. Yeah.
And we talked a little bit earlier, too, about how in the Indian culture, we have similar issues.
Correct, yeah.
Fairness and the whole beauty industry in India around being more fair and light
mm-hmm.
is huge. And for years, and like my father is very dark-skinned. My mother is very light-skinned.
Mm-hmm.
But me and my sister, we ended up being, I guess, like on the lighter side, the light brown side.
Mm-hmm.
We are from Punjab in North India, so our skin is not as dark as, say, South Indians.
Correct.
I didn't experience maybe the comments that darker-skinned Indian women do growing up. Me and my sister talk about this. We feel a disconnect. Like even in our temples, if you go, the gods are always expressed as more fair-skinned in the idols.
Mm-hmm.
However, in some temples, like especially in India, if you go in the south, they are Black. Me and my sister really want to see more darker-skinned goddesses being presented, because there is an essence within us, I feel, at least within me, that is dark-skinned.
Right.
And I don't feel that being shown to me, at least in this area that we're talking about.